Hey guys, now we're going to talk about how to siphon our beer from our fermenter to our priming solution. So here we've got our pot with our solution that's been cooled, we've got our thoroughly rinsed out tubing, and we've got our fermenter. So how are we going to siphon? Well, we're going to take off our airlock and bung, and we're going to put our siphon tubing down into the beer. What we're going to do is on the lower side create a suction, and gravity is going to help us flow from a point of higher elevation to a point of lower elevation. So I'll take the airlock and bung off, go ahead and put the tubing in. So we want to put it just about above the trub line. We don't want to suck up the trub into it, but if we get a little bit into the solution, it's fine. It's all hops and malt and sediment that's settled during the fermentation process. So it's all natural, it's not that big a deal. It's just not what we want. What we want is this clear beer. So let's give it a go. And if you have trouble, you can give us a call, or you can look on YouTube for other videos, or you can go to your local homebrew shop and get a mini siphon to really simplify the process. So right now, let me put this down, and let's see if I can get it going. Okay, so that seemed to work pretty well. As you can tell, the beer is flowing out of the fermenter into the pot here, and we're going to let this go. And so once the level gets down to around the trub line, you're probably going to have to move your tubing a little bit, and you have to make sure you get as much beer as possible out of your fermenter into your pot. It's going to take a couple minutes. So you can kind of see it coming down. So you're definitely going to keep an eye on that. If you can put your tubing off to the side of your pot and kind of use the flow of the beer to help circulate the solution around to get a nice even density of your solution in beer, that would be optimal. But it's not. You don't have to, but it's just nice. So, all right, we're getting there. Still got a good flow going. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but okay, so we're getting close to the tubing now, so I'm going to go ahead and try to move it a little bit further down so we can get as much beer as possible. And this whole time you need to make sure that the point of your exit of your liquid is higher than your point of your entry. So we've managed to keep that, so that's why we're still flowing. If you get an air bubble or something like that in your hose and it stops, don't worry, just create suction again and try to get that out, and then it'll flow again after that. Okay, so now we're going to use a little trick, and we're going to start tilting just barely because we don't want to disturb the trub too much. But this way we can get as much beer as possible. You can see it collecting to one side, so that way it's easier to get the beer out. You can do this nice and gently so you don't introduce any trub into your line. And like I said, a little trub is fine. Okay, so now air's been introduced in our line, and it's given us a nice auto stop. And so what we can do, we still have a little beer right here. So raise the end that was in your fermenter up higher, and it'll just fall out like that. And that's it. You've just siphoned your beer. And so we'll set this to the side. And so now you've got your fermenter here. So you can do a lot of things with this. You just clean it up, and you can just pour water into it and shake it up and clean out all the trub and the sediment. You can even throw it in a dishwasher if you want. It's glass, so it's totally fine with that. And with save your bung and your airlock, and in the future you can use this for your next home brew. So.